Hello people of the internet, it's your boy Skinny Penis, fresh from the forest. It's raining. I finally on Tuesday found some nice porcini. Gonna probably put in some pictures of that later on. Sadly I wasn't prepared with my camera or phone that day, but hey, today is another day. It kept raining, it kept warm, so I'm trying to do the infamous mushroom vlog. Sadly, actually, I wasn't able to film it last time because the porcini were insane. I mean, you're gonna see pictures maybe later. I went into the forest, my little bike, the pussy ride, and well, that's the way. I mean, up there is the actual big part of the forest, but interestingly enough, in those smaller tree areas, I'm a crawl in the next 2-3 hours and I'm trying to find the porcini. It's gonna be a hassle to actually film that because I actually have to go fucking crouch. But hey, what you do for the nice mushrooms. Anyways, I will film if I find something. Otherwise, stay tuned. Didn't take me long. Fucking crawling in these bushes for the first find. Actually 2 of them. Oh, actually 3. Very nice. So that's an actual porcini, a bit smaller than expected, but perfectly fresh and probably no maggots. Like on Tuesday I found about, was it like 3-4 kilograms of those, and none of them had maggots. So very nice and fresh. So the weather stayed perfect for them. So I assume today I'm gonna find more of those. It's obviously the perfect mushroom. Great, tasteful. Obviously hella expensive if you buy it in the store. I wanna keep you updated, and I'm gonna crawl and search for more of them. Seems like we're finding hella shroom today, again. They're not as big as I expected, like the other ones were a bit bigger. But like, technically those are perfect because they're so small and fresh. I mean, this one is a bit eaten by a snail, but that's fine. I think there was another one over there. Yeah, exactly. They're a bit smaller than the last one for now, but I mean, it's just the beginning. So obviously I'm always going to clean them. Second, my basket. So to show you, oh, I think there is another one. I think that's another one. I'm going to check that real quick. So obviously I'm always going to clean them. That's the problem though, if you're alone, you can't really film it. But then you have some nice clean mushrooms, no maggots. You can eat them. I mean, you pay like a fuck ton for a kilogram in the store. Anyways, I'm gonna keep searching. See you soon. So guys, found a already pretty big one. That was the one you could see in the distance. Obviously, if you remember the trail from the beginning, that's the left side. Actually, I expect way less to find here than on the other side. But I already found a fucking specimen. A real specimen. Oh, actually, there's another one. That small one there. You can see. Got a keen eye for this. I gotta go this. But like, look at that specimen. Damn. Perfect. Porcini. And like, not a single. You actually, by the way, twist them out so you get the entire trunk. And like, that's a fucking beauty. Actually, I had bigger ones the last time that were looking as perfect. Let's pick up the other one. I have a lot of those smaller ones now. It's like perfect weather for them. They're coming out each day. So since I was on, not getting it out. Come on. Oh. So you twist them out because there's a big trunk. Well, yeah, we're very successful already. I think this video is gonna go well. It's very awesome to find porcini here. Obviously I have to be secretive about it because it's very unlikely to find porcini in my regions, because the forests are all agriculturally used. As you can see, this is all monoculture, same fucking pine tree. But yeah, looking good. I keep you updated. We can't stop finding them. They're fucking everywhere. Sometimes you have to actually look down a bit. This one is a bigger one as well. Fresh as well. Let's twist it out. Oh yeah. Big fucking thing. Man, they're so beautiful. And they taste great. It's very hard to come by. I mean, you could buy them. Probably they're a bit older than this though, most of the time you buy them. Actually, for brown caps, it's a bit too early. Porcini, it's perfectly fine. They're a bit earlier. The parts that the snails chewed on a bit are kind of fine to eat, but like you can carve it out a bit. But man, those are some fine specimens. Actually, here we have the first different mushroom for our tour today. This one is more like an autumn mushroom. It's a brown cap. No, actually no, it's not a brown cap. Wait, I'm fucking retarded. This mushroom is actually spicy as hell. Oh yeah, wow. I didn't think this would already be. So basically in Germany you would call it a witch mushroom, Hexenröhrling. There's a Flockenstieliger Hexenröhrling. They never have maggots and they look spicy as hell. I mean, look, it's a beautiful color. Red and red underside, brownish red cap. Normally it's a bit more like a fleece or something, like a bit what's it called, like basically like not like cotton. I don't know how to describe how the top mostly feels, but the interesting part about this is, wait, I'm gonna, that mushroom is spicy as shit, by the way. It says like yellow, red. It's the same family as a porcini, by the way, so they're also really good. But like, wait a minute, I cut it off and it's yellow flesh and it immediately turns blue. Oxidization. The interesting part is this thing looks disgustingly toxic, but this mushroom actually isn't toxic. I mean, it's toxic if you eat it raw, hella toxic actually. You get blood issues. I think it's destroying blood or some shit. But if you cook it for 10-15 minutes, it's as good as a porcini. Yeah, well, definitely doesn't look safe to eat, but it is. And the funny part is, no other mushroom even comes close to these colors and the way it looks. So very easy to distinguish. Funnily enough, you would think it's toxic, but the reasons you think it's toxic is also the reason you can easily distinguish them. Holy shit, it's turning extremely blue. Anyways, catch you later. So finally we have the different mushroom. They're very small and it's very early for them in the year, but those are brown caps, very small ones, and they're also like definitely not as thick in flesh as a porcini, and they also take in more water. I think I'm just gonna cut them off because I can't get them out. There you go. So this is the classic, yeah, exactly. This is the classic brown cap. They obviously grow also way bigger in size, kind of as big as the porcini. They were way more watery. Great tasting though. You can make nice dishes with them. Problematic though that the top of them always gets very slimy if there's rain. Yeah, but this is also a great mushroom to eat, especially when they're young. If they're older, you would have the problem that they're trying to figure out if this is a porcini. No, it's not. Oh, there's an old one. I mean, I could show different types of mushrooms that I'm not picking, right? There's some of them. So this is not a porcini, even though it looks like that from the upside. It's different. It has different unders. This one is actually called a war mushroom. I know the German name, don't know the English name. You can eat it technically. Tastes like nothing. You have to obviously cook it thoroughly, but then you could eat it. Oh wait, I'm actually retarded. There is another brown cap next to them. That's the thing, sometimes you walk past the mushrooms and then you go back, and then from a different angle you can see more. Another brown cap. Well, I'll keep you updated. Probably gonna find more porcini. You just go there, and then the other side of the pathway that you saw in the beginning, the right side, has way more of them most likely. The left side, I'm already having a better haul than expected. for only like half an hour, not even, of picking. But yeah, see you soon. Well, today I guess we're gonna find different types that we can eat. This is called a golden mushroom in Germany, or Goldröhrling. You have to get rid of the what's it called, the protective layer here, but then they're good to eat. They're very nice and shiny yellow, 2 of them. Normally, I mean, if they wouldn't be so fresh and young, I wouldn't collect them. They don't have the same value. I mean, even brown caps have way less value in cuisine than a porcini, just because the porcini has such thick meat and it doesn't draw water when it's raining. So you actually, it's basically like kind of like a scallop in terms of consistency. Those people who ate scallops, it's basically the same if you cook a porcini afterwards. Very meaty. Chanterelles in this forest are pretty much not to be found, but since I already went mushroom picking and I found a lot of chanterelles, I'm gonna probably put in some either photos or clips of that. The problem with that was I actually filmed it or videoed it vertically, not horizontally. Now I'm doing it horizontally, but yeah, gonna keep you updated and see you soon. Found another bunch of brown caps, really nice ones actually. This one here on the right actually goes to show that they can reach similar sizes and looks of a porcini. Not too much though. It's actually very early for those. Like they're mostly an autumn mushroom. And what I can also show is, I mean, it's only a small one, but technically they grow everywhere here. It's the classic red and white one, Fliegenpilz. I don't know the English word for it actually. The interesting part is they grow everywhere porcinis grow. So like, or like not everywhere, it's not always, let's say, combined, but they're a good indication. Same with this one here. It's called a pepper mushroom. You can eat them too, called pepper mushroom. They're extremely, or like they're very sharp, not sharp, spicy tasting, a bit hot, spicy. That's why they're called pepper mushrooms, so you can actually season dishes with that. And those also grow where porcinis grow. So it's basically like this one and this one can indicate porcini. There's a few others too, but yeah. I'm not gonna collect them because I'm not gonna season with them, but technically they're very nice in a dish as well. A few of them at least, dried though. Anyways. So we're back on the trail. So that's where I came from. This is where I'm gonna go in the end, like where this hunting thing is up there. Behind that there's another nice little forest where I can find porcini. But for now I'm going to go under there. Gonna enter down there and then go all the way up. That's where I found the best last time. Well, yeah, since it's a vlog, I'm kind of showing you where I'm going. Turns out that in these smaller forests where everything is still protected and untouched since a few years because they just let the trees grow, they're actually thriving, but only on the spots where there's a lot of sun, because it did rain a lot, and then it needs to be warm, so where the sun covers the spot where there's a lot of green moss basically, you can find the porcinis. In the forest parts where there's taller trees or something, it's gonna take a while longer. My suspicion is also that these smaller trees take less water and they don't root as deep, so they probably leave the ground a bit more moist, so the mushrooms can come up earlier. The taller parts of the forest probably need a lot more rain. And also another idea is that those parts they kind of work a bit like a greenhouse, very protected. It's a bit warmer, like probably 2, 3, 4 degrees more on average, because there was a lot of sun the other days. And in the big parts of the forest it doesn't work like that, and it's very shaded. So yeah, my guesses, but yeah, I'm gonna keep you updated. So I entered the villain's cave. Gonna look for some mushrooms, and here you can have some. I mean, look, they're beautiful. For those who are German and wonder why they call it Fliegenpilz, I mean, technically, by the way, you can eat it. It's a psychedelic mushroom if you eat it in controlled manner. But yeah, for those who wonder why they're called Fliegenpilz or flies mushroom, so back in the days on farms, they took that mushroom, they picked it, and then they cooked it in milk. And then that basically broth they put into the stables, cows and pig stables. And when it's cooked with milk, tons of flies fly into it, want to eat it, and then die. So that's where the name comes from, at least as much as I know. Sadly, I already figured out that someone else must have been here. Those are parts from another guy. Those aren't mine from last time, because I don't cut off that much from the mushrooms. So there was a very big one here, as you can see. Someone else picked it out already. Disgusting. But yeah, I'm gonna crawl so deep into that fucking forest, and I'm probably gonna find some anyways that the other guy didn't get to. But yeah, that's the life. There's lots of people hunting for them. I mean, they're a delicacy, mostly all over Europe. But yeah, we already have a lot, so it's kind of fine. I had 2, 3, 4 kilograms of them on Tuesday, so we could eat them twice. That's already enough mushroom. But yeah, we're gonna collect here and see what we can find. See ya. Told you I'm gonna find some. As you can see, fucking crawling around here. But like sometimes you have to look. First of all, they're literally like fucking grenades. Like sometimes you just have to look very thoroughly, but then you find them. I said, like, they're all fresh. They're like maximum 1 day old, probably like more like 3/4 or half a day. I mean, this one here is half a day old. You can actually they actually grow faster than you would expect, especially under current instances. So yeah, and this is only the beginning, and I'm gonna crawl all the way down there and find every single last porcini I can get my dirty hands on. Yeah, keep you updated. Yeah, back at it again, collecting. Yeah, we actually have a very big one here. You can see it. It's an older one too. I'm mistaken, by the way. I think the cuttings may unironically be from myself 2 days ago. This one is a bit weird. But hey, you can clean it up. Collected, I'm happy with that. See you. Just to show you how many there are from the red ones. And they're beautiful. Imagine. Look how many. Tons of them. Tons of them. And they definitely indicate a porcini here. So I'm happy. But yeah, I'm gonna go take a bit here. Then I'm gonna switch up the spot. Until then, see you later. Every time I put the phone away, I'm finding mushrooms right after. This one, there's one, small one. So like those ones I'm not here for, but they're also a great mushroom to eat. I'm gonna take the small one, break it off. And you can already see it, I have this orange. There's orange milk coming out of them. They're called Fichtenreizker, German. They have a lot of maggots, mostly. But they're hollow inside. Like those ones here are also great to eat. An interesting taste. There's tons of them here. There's also a big one over there. And those, for example, are also very easy to distinguish, because all of those mushrooms that excrete milk, if it's orange, it's edible. And there's 3 types. There's the Fichtenreizker, the Lachsreizker, and the Edelreizker. And those 3, and you can easily distinguish them. They have orange milk, you can eat them. So mushroom picking is actually quite easy. It's not as hard as you would think. But yeah, I'm not here for them. I have enough porcini. So we would be able to eat those already. I'm probably gonna find some more. But yeah, keep you updated. Guys, I tell you something about mushroom picking. Sometimes you walk like 10, 15, sometimes 20 minutes searching for the next kick. And then you find it, and that's why you keep going. It's literally like gambling, and we're all gamble addicted. It kind of satisfies this deep urge of hunting and gathering. It's amazing. And also I mean, obviously you can cook and eat them, so you actually get something out of them. But yeah, It's literally like a hunter and gatherer. I'm just like gambling on porcini mushrooms. Whenever I find someone, even if it takes me 20 minutes, I keep going. I'll see you. Told you, it's like a drug. You can already spot the mushroom from afar and your heart is racing. This one is a beauty again, I think. Big one. Perfect one. Oh, there's a brown cap. That is not a porcini. But there, there's another one. Gonna look around. It's always something you do, like look around when you found one. Obviously the mycelium below the ground can be a few square meters wide, so you look around for others. But like, damn, those are some fucking grenades, dude. Oh, hell yeah, brother. Amazing. Look at that. That's like grade A fucking porcinis, guys. Damn, son. Oh, I'm so happy that I can actually... Oh, that one has a small thing. So this one here, by the way, when they come out of the ground, the size is, I think, already pre-programmed basically. So this one here is way older because it was small when it came out of the ground, and the thingy is very slim. This one here would grow way taller because the thingy here is still thick. But yeah, and then back here the brown cap. Oh, eating the fucking grass. Oh yeah, that's a nice one too. But yeah, amazing fucking porcini, dude. I'm so happy because it's very close to my house. I only have to cycle for 10-15 minutes here. I can find big ass porcini. Oh, I'm loving it. And even the small ones keep me going. I mean, okay, I found the others a few seconds ago, so but hey, this is amazing. I'm finding so many of them. Damn. It's still, I mean, it's still less than on Tuesday, but I don't know if I can find more. Where, like, okay, my idea was like the parts where sun could already reach had the porcini last time. So my idea was on Tuesday that if you give it a bit more time, the parts where it's a bit more dry or where sun doesn't reach so well will also produce them. They just take like 2-3 days longer, because you always have to remember those mushrooms don't grow for very long. Like this here is a day and a half old, not longer. They grow very fast. Anyways, found some again. Beautifully fresh ones. Grenades, I would call them again. There's another one. And like, they don't come fresher. Sadly, in order to reach them, you gotta dig pretty fucking deep in the forest. I think this is another one. Yeah, there is another one, a small one. And obviously I always remember where I find them, so I can find them next year again. Obviously, they stay for multiple years. But yeah, as you can see, this is exactly it. Below those trees, there's less sun. So Tuesday, they were a bit more in the sun. Now they also come slightly in the shade. So over the next weeks, you can probably, or days, not weeks, you can probably find more. Yeah. To quote Cinderella here, we have like an insanely big brown cap. Maybe I should, like I said, like those are way more watery. That's a brown cap, not a porcini. Maybe to show the differences, apart from the obvious. Wait, let me clean this. There you go. So obviously it's a white stem, white underside. For porcini, when they grow, the underside slowly turns slight yellow and then olive green yellowish. The top gets a bit more dark, but in the beginning it's light brown, bit of white. This one here is different. The underside always is very yellow. They blue, like they also oxidize if you touch them. As you can see, it's light blue. If I touch them, see, it turns blue. The stem is brownish. The cap is always dark brown. Like, it's a different mushroom, and if you cook this one, it loses like most of its weight because it's very watery. These ones here are basically like, yeah, chicken meat kind of, a bit less firm maybe than chicken meat, but like a scallop. As I said, scallop is a very good, like, at least the stem has a scallop-like texture if you cook it. Yeah, here you go. I mean, this one here is probably gonna have maggots, so maybe I'll leave it here. But yeah, here. Sometimes you're lucky. You don't even have to search far. They're growing right next to the road. Here you have it. That's a fresh one. Slightly fucked by some snails, but that's not a problem. This one here is a bit more fucked, but no. Stem is still intact. You can dry parts of them, and then there is a smaller one. Obviously, take the small ones. And well, probably gonna look into these areas now. That's where I found the biggest one last time, and a few more. But yeah, keep you updated. Sometimes I said they're right next to the road or pathway. Anyways. Ja, wer sucht, der findet. Immer noch. I'm still searching, looking for others because I already found 2 beautifully hidden. I mean, look, I'm like actually in fucking Narnia. But now look, I found 2 wonderful, fresh and really big porcini. And this is how the gambling continues. This is how you stay in the forest for hours. You just keep finding them. This one here is a bit harder to clean. Oh no, actually, it's a bit wet. Gotta clean them in the forest already when they're wet. That's nice about them. They don't become slimy really. Oh, this one is a fat one. That's the biggest one for today. Oh. Oh, fucking snail wanted to heist this one as well. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Big ass fucking porcini. Anyways, keep you updated. And maybe the most retarded. I cleaned those now, and then next to them, I didn't even see this motherfucker. Look at that motherfucker. Holy shit. Oh, he's thick. He's thick. He's a thick ass boy. Holy fuck. Wait, what happened there? I actually know what happened there. Cut off. Anyways, he a thick ass boy. He a thick ass boy. Huh? Hiya. Actually, I have to look now. There's more here, but I'm not seeing. Eh? Like, looky. No, I don't spot anything else really. Sometimes they're hard to spot here. I mean, it's always like grass and shit. Not that easy, man. It's not that easy. But I keep you updated. But this made my day already. He a thick ass boy. Anyways, as you can see, I'm cleaning them. And then you can just, there's not a single maggot in them, by the way. They're so fresh. They're completely firm. You can kind of, if they have maggots, you would know because you have, there would be different pressure. But like, those are thick, meaty boys. No maggot inside. Huh. Anyways, I'll keep searching. The rush, the gambling addiction is kicking. So I harvested most of the spots I know. Now I'm gonna look for spots, and we're just gonna go back into the forest, then ride and look into spots where I suspect something. But as I told you, sometimes they just grow on the, oh fuck, I have to open my knife. Sometimes they just grow next to the fucking, what's it called, pathway, and you don't see them from one angle, but when you get back you suddenly spot it. That's a beauty as well. Also, I found another thick boy. This one, sadly I had to cut off most of the stem because it was already slightly moldy or something, because it's too wet basically. Oh, this one is a beauty again. Oh yeah. Oh, fresh from the ground. There you go. So yeah, gonna keep you updated. Already gonna talk a bit, but yeah, see you soon. Still in the forest, obviously still searching for the kick. And as you well know, if I film. I found one. Mean, sometimes they're pretty hard to get out of the fucking ground. Tell you that much. Ah, oh, there you go. It's also a bit shit with one hand, but yeah, this one, like sadly the vlog is a bit cut short. Found like, obviously there are other mushrooms too, but I can't go into detail that much. I'm gonna do it next time, or maybe we have more time. So I go to the Oktoberfest now, or like later. So yeah, nice haul. Gonna slowly but surely make my way home. I'm gonna talk a bit more, and then today's mushroom vlog is over. So, out of the forest again. There's my way home. But I found I guess I found something you can also eat. Look at the cute little lizard. Look at him. Look at him. So cute. I think he wants to play dead or some shit. I'm not gonna touch it, otherwise he may lose his tail. Not gonna do that, but look at the lizard. Yeah, well, I'm on my way home. Just gonna check a few more cracks and any some shit for maybe a porcini here and there. No way. Oh, there's another one. I thought I was finished for the day, but like, that's on it. Oh, oh, hiya, hiya. Give me those porcinis. No, that one is fucked. Look, is mushy. Mushy means bad. No, not gonna fuck with that. Means the proteins are already dissolving. But yeah, I'm gonna film again on the way home. Lul. So, out of the forest, on my way back home. That one last porcini was obviously quite funny. Perfect one as well. Giving me the last kick, I guess. Like I said, like in the tall part of the forest, you don't find them yet. It's always the smaller ones on the sides. I guess it has to do, like, first of all, they only grew where there's a lot of sunshine, and my guess is the big trees, if you touch the moss or see the moss, it's a bit more dry still. Like, it's re-moisturizing now. It needs more water. Like those parts, it needs to rain, or it needs to be a bit colder and a bit more moist for a longer duration of time, longer period. And the smaller parts with the smaller trees, as said, like in the beginning, they don't root as deep. So that's my guess as to why they have a look. It's my guess as to why that's where the porcini grow at the moment, and then later on they're probably gonna come in the bigger parts of the forest. But yeah, we're finished for the day. That's the way down to my bicycle, my pussy ride. And I'm gonna be going home, showering, I guess eating a small bite, and eating later on the Oktoberfest as well. I'm gonna go and waste myself with a bunch of alcohol. Very nice, very nice. Actually, like, on the side note, you have to be a bit worried, or you have to check yourself. Wait, scratching. You have to check yourself for ticks after going through tall grass like that. Bavaria is a disaster when it comes to ticks the past 10 years. It's getting worse and worse because the winters are not cold enough for them to fucking die off. But yeah, sometimes you have a tick, you just get rid of it. I haven't died yet, I didn't get cancer or AIDS, but probably soon I will. Gonna get home, check myself again, obvious. But yeah, it's a insanely nice haul. Oh wait, every time I see a mushroom I have to look at it. Actually, you can see all the red ones in there, and that's also, as I said in the beginning, an indicator as to there being porcini, because they go into the same symbiosis as porcini. So therefore, very likely you find them at the same place. It's not a given, because obviously the mycelium of the porcini has to be there too. Some more red ones. yeah, obviously I'm not taking those. I'm not trying to go on some psycho trip at home. Oh, but yeah, on a side note, since I have some time now walking home, on a side note, like mushroom picking is actually pretty simple. It's like not hard to learn. Basically the first rule is whatever you don't or you can't identify 100%, or whatever you don't know, you just don't pick and you don't eat. It's very simple. If you follow that rule, you also can't get fucked. And the second most important thing is that's a beautiful one, nice one. Oh, there's another one in there. And the next one is that, or what people should know is, most people land in the hospital not because the mushroom itself is poisonous, but because they either ate one that had maggots inside, and like that's old people because they think it's still fine, or they eat a big one, an old one. So like for example, it's very simple. If you press it and it's completely firm and it doesn't stay in, it's a fine mushroom. Now, this one is perfect, obviously. So like if I press this here and it's not like mushy, or if I press it and there's an imprint and it doesn't get up immediately, then it's too old. Mushrooms have a lot of proteins, and that's the issue with the old mushrooms. The proteins basically dissolve, or they're overdue, basically too old, expired, and then it's kind of like eating rotten meat, and that's how people land in the hospital. It's like a statistic is like 98, 99, 97% around that mark of people landing in the hospital because of mushroom poisoning. It's because they eat old mushrooms. This one here, by the way, you can also eat. I'm just gonna show it because it's quite next to me. That's an old one, for example. Oh yeah, perfect example. Like if I press here, there's an imprint, and like this one is way too old. Those ones don't have that much, those are not high quality mushrooms to eat. They grow everywhere here too, but they're not really good. I don't like them. I mean, old people pick them. I pick them if they're maybe fresh. You can put them in a, like, I don't know, you can put them in the pan with the others and just eat it, but don't expect great taste. Obviously, also like those you have to eat immediately. It's the same with the brown cap. Like the brown cap I had to eat immediately today, or latest I put it in the fridge and eat it tomorrow if it's a really fresh one. Porcini you can store for like 2-3 days. That's pretty nice. Brown caps you have to eat earlier because, as I said, like they have more water content, so they turn rotten and expire way sooner. But yeah, in general, it's like the 2 rules: don't pick what you can't identify, don't pick old mushrooms, and you should be perfectly fine. Otherwise, oh, lul. Lul. Lul, 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 lul. I actually passed here earlier and I didn't even see that motherfucker. Heh. Can look around again, I guess. I don't think there's another one, right? It can't be that blind. But yeah, it's a bit hard to see them. Let me clean it real quick and get back to you. See, this is what I meant. If you walk both ways, you suddenly spot new mushroom opportunities, business. And ironically, like I think I'm pretty sure I'm not allowed to sell them. That's a thing in Germany, especially also because I think the radioactive contamination is too high for like inland grown shit. I mean, we import them closer from Chernobyl and it's fine because the import guidelines or restrictions are higher set in terms of radioactive or like we have radioactivity of a mushroom. Anyways, I could technically, like, this is, I mean, it's like 3 kilograms, 4 kilograms again. That's a lot of money. Ain't no way, ain't no way. Told you, man. Ain't no way. Oh, oh, oh. Bro, it doesn't stop. There's too many of them. Huh? Yeah. 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 Oh my god, what is this? Come to puppy. Oh. Oi, oi, oi. Told you, man. Walking home, different angle. suddenly we have more of them. I'm gonna clean them again on my back as well. Oh, see you. Yeah, well, clean them up. I'm gonna put it a bit under the grass so people don't find it immediately. But like, there's my bicycle, my pussy ride already over there. So let's see. Insane. Actually just finding random ass porcini right in front of my bicycle because I'm coming from the other angle and I see it from the bottom down. Fantastic. Fucking fantastic. I mean, I could keep searching here and I would probably find more. I know other spots here too, but I mean, let's be honest. First of all, there's also regulations on porcini. So like, that's enough. And I think I'm also like, I mean, you can have one of those baskets full per person. I mean, there is no real regulation on like the size of the basket, so I could take a bigger one. But like, it's also like unfair for other people because I already had like 3-4 kilograms on Tuesday. Now I have another fucking basket full of fresh porcini. There's not a single maggot in there. So like, normally you have to cut at least half, sometimes 2/3 of this shit away because there's maggots in there. There's not a single one in there. They're so fresh and they grew so fast because the conditions were so well that there was no time. Or I guess the fucking flies aren't around at the moment. Something like that. I don't know. Maybe it was too dry. Before that, so they're a bit lagging behind. But yeah, that's it. Put my trusted Swiss Army knife away. Great ones actually. I have 2 of them, a bigger one as well. Amazing quality. You can just I've never sharpened it, only used it for mushroom picking. It's still sharp. Yeah, I own it since I'm like 8-9 years old. Great quality, honestly, best knives. Fingernails a bit dirty now. In general, the hands turn a bit dirty. Not as much from porcini. They're very, very clean mushrooms and big ones. The brown caps and stuff, you get slightly dirty hands or other mushrooms. But yeah, that's it for today's picking. I'm gonna go home now. The pussy ride, some cheap ass. Actually, that's from a neighbor. The neighbor actually passed away. I mean, he gave it to me before he passed away, but he passed away, and it's an old man's bike. Fits my gray hair, and at least it's not getting stolen. couldn't use an expensive bike anyways to the train station because the fucking I'm not gonna say it. Steal it right quick. Anyways, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna have some fun at the Oktoberfest and see you soon. That was the vlog, the mushroom vlog for the Stalker. Obviously the one on Tuesday I wasn't prepared, and the one with the but I'm gonna show pictures right after now what I found on Tuesday. Basically same amount. Also great ones, big ones, a really big one as well. And then I was also chanterelle picking, but as I said, vertical what's it called, filming, so it's fucking shit for YouTube. So yeah, I'm probably gonna do another one. I mean, it's only September, end of September. October is great as well to pick mushrooms. Gonna go more often. Probably gonna have a mushroom picking vlog as well, where I have like an entire basket of brown caps and shit. Yeah, that's about it, and see you soon.